Hey everyone, it's Jessica here with a recap video for you for the month of February 2025. I don't have a ton of stuff here, I'm going to be honest, but that's because I've been working in my little 4x4 albums, my travel notebook, and I also did a mini book. And yeah, so I think I only have like 7 here to show you, but I will flip through these real quick just to stay on top of these and so I can also get these filed away into my albums. So I've got this one here. First and foremost, this was for Color Cast Designs. You can see I have this gorgeous acrylic piece here. It is so pretty. It says friends like you. And then I've also got some flair from Scrap and Happy Studio, some 49 and Market goodies, some Vicky Boutin goodies, and then the background itself I did not make, I know, which is hard to believe, but it is a pre-made Vicky Boutin mixed media background. So she has these pads like this here, which I haven't put this one back away yet, and it has pre-made mixed media backgrounds all ready to go. Look at that, I flipped right to that page too, all ready to go. So that's what it looks like, not finished. And then there's lots of other designs, and she's got several of these books that are different, so they're really nice, and it makes for a nice quick layout. I did this one in about 20 minutes, so there's that. This one was a paper issues challenge. It was a scrap lift of Cassie, and I just love her layouts, and I stuck really closely to her design with all of the colored splatters and the rainbow goodness. I did a lot of stash busting on this one with Cocoa Vanilla Studio supplies, and I've also used Shimmer's products because it was actually a project for Shimmer's design team. So I've used lots of different colored splatters in my background, all with Shimmer's paints. And then 2 photos of myself, baby girl, and my sister on that one. She was trying to photobomb us. This one is another one for Color Cast Designs. This is actually a background that I did digitally on the computer, and I created it with Rachel Jeffries designs from the Lily Pad shop, and I downloaded a couple of her backgrounds and then added some mixed media from her collection directly to that page before I printed it on my printer. I have a Canon Pixma IP8720, I believe it is, so I can print up to, I think it's 13 by 19 inches. So that's what I did. I added some elements to it before I printed, and then I finished it off by adding everything else physically that you can see on here. So I've added all of my little, my textures and some flair with Scrap and Happy Studio. I've added some sequins, my photo, of course, and all my layers there. This was actually a sketch design by Natalie Dill, one of my very good friends, and she creates a sketch usually every month, and it's called the Say What Sketch series. And she is really big on alphas and titles and snarky titles. So the challenge was the sketch and then to use a long kind of snarky title. So I just did my title acrylic by Color Cast. It says Frosty Air, and then I built on it with all the little wordy bits around that. I do have process video for it. This one here is a cherry on top. This was just a nice wintry, snowy layout that I did. I did lots of stenciling in the background. I've got 2 photos here. I have some tissue paper tucked in here and some machine stitching there. I think I used Simple Stories, Vintage, something or other on this one, and just a nice mix of goodies on here, and of course some sequins to go along with it. This one also from For a Cherry on Top. I think this one was actually the monthly YouTube hop, and have a Color Cast acrylic on this one as well. And I just did lots of fun little fringy scallops on here. That's one of my favorite dies right now, along with these cute little gears. These are by Uniquely Creative, I believe. And then I also did some stamping with some Stitches stamps by Tim Holtz. So I really love how this one turned out to document this was to document everyday memories. So this is kind of something that we always do every day when it's nice out at our farm. Our kids are usually always riding their battery tractors, going through the mud. As you can see, it's really muddy. And yeah, that's just kind of an everyday thing for us usually. This one was a cherry on top for cherry challenges, which happens every 15th of the month. A few of my friends and I do a series every 15th of the month, and we call it cherry challenges. Sometimes we pick a challenge from the cherry on top message boards and participate all in the same one. Sometimes we pick whichever one we want. Sometimes we create our own challenge over there. This one was one that I picked called Graphic Design, and it featured a pasta box from Barilla that was in February, so it had hearts all over it, and it was dark blue like the Barilla color, and it was to use that ad as your inspiration. So I used lots of hearts on my layout and a nice cut file by Pear Tree Cut Files, along with Simple Stories collection and a little paper pad that I had in my stash for quite some time. And of course some flair from Scrap and Happy Studio. And then I did some machine stitching on this one around the page. And then this one is not the last one. I'm going to show you that last. I want to show you this real quick. This is the mini album that I created for Thermalweb. This was in February also. So I have a video on this and how I made it and a nice flip through. But I added lots of foiled embellishments and pages on here with Thermalweb products and just all the things Thermalweb that I could find I have added in here. So I have a nice flip through on this, and this was in the month of February also, so I wanted to make sure I showed you that. And then this one lastly is one that I created for Shimmer's Paints design team, and I used a cut file on it. I think it's probably a Pear Tree cut file. And lots of just various goodies, mostly from Cocoa Vanilla Studio, some flair from Scrap and Happy Studios, of course, a little die that I ran through my Big Shot machine, and then some sequins. I think the sequins are from the Not Just for Boys Kit Club. So I was kind of doing a lot of stash diving this month. I used Shimmer's paints on not only my background, but also my cut file itself too. So really, really fun one to do. That's your recap from February. Again, not a ton of layouts this month, but I've kind of been branching out and doing other projects as well. So most of those are on my channel for you if you want to catch any of these recaps on any of these videos. So thank you guys so much. Lots of things coming up for March, a lot of fun things and creative things and just things that I'm excited about. So yeah, lots of fun things coming up. Stay tuned for those, and I will be posting a March recap video whenever March is done. So thank you guys so much, and I hope you all have a great day and get in some crafty time. Bye-bye.